Well, good to have you everybody with us. I'm pleased, I'm happy. Um, I'll do my best to leave today's presentation or webinar with some benefit, and I'll be open to questions. My name is Simon. I've been doing this for a very, very long time. So basically, doing a presentation is not not a big deal. However, today I had a crash, not crash, but I restarted my main computer, so I had to rush and prepare everything from my side computer. The website is Sierra Charts, sierrachartindicators.com. This is something that I started recently, knowing that not a lot of people are aware of the massive benefits they can get with Sierra Chart, and we will go over that. But the service that we offer, that I offer, it includes not only the volume-based indicators and complete trading methodology, but also includes trade calls, live room. We have 3 days of live room, 2 hours, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursdays. That's basically focused on educating the new members, giving them the top-down analysis for the day, looking at multiple instruments, including Forex and CFDs and some futures too. A list of indicators that we will talk about today will focus on the indicators and also education and the platform. I decided to offer the platform or include it in the price for the first year because really it's not expensive, but it gives the traders a motive to switch. In any case, if some people don't want to switch their platform or they don't want to use Sierra charts altogether, it's easy. You can just follow the signals and get into that service. Fair enough. Live calls that we do on a daily basis are with the Telegram. If you notice today, we had a couple of calls on here. Today's September 27th on the NASDAQ or NAS 100. We have the indices here, which is the NASDAQ, the S&P, the Dow. We have metals such as gold. I've been looking for a gold short for a while now. Silver and gold. We have oil, and we have also Forex pairs as well. As you see, we have Forex pairs. So it is a very comprehensive membership or offer. But let's see what we can do in terms of conveying some knowledge to everybody in terms of volume profile indicators and what do we mean by that. Volume based indicators. By the end of the webinar today, you will see I will do my best to show you that what big boys are looking at, and we'll be able to have a better understanding for trading levels such as support, resistance, continuation zone, and most importantly, the stops. As we know them, we call them smart stops. A lot of people struggle with pointing to the stop loss. Where is my stop loss if I want to go short or long? Almost everybody has a random stop, or they would choose an indicator to put the stop behind it or in front of it, etc. Also, the importance of having a platform that can give you a real look into market's depth. Anybody here familiar with market depth? Now, a lot of us heard of it, but not unless you're using Sierra charts, you don't see real market depth. All the other platforms that I'm aware of, and I'm aware of a lot, I've been doing this for about 20 years now, they don't offer the comprehensive market depth. They give you just around the price, so you don't know where the big boys are playing, where their entries are. Okay, it is important to us. This is an advanced system that I've been working on and developing for many years, and I do this on a daily basis. Every day I'm with my members, I'm trading, they're trading, etc. Okay, so if you're struggling with finding true reversal levels, support and resistance levels, not knowing where the stop loss is, you're looking at trading randomly, you have a system that is 50% at best, this is for you. If you don't know how to manage runners, for example, I like to call out mostly swing trades, runners. I enjoy scalping is something you can learn with me, but for me, I cannot call a scalp for you because this is where you have to be quick on your own, which I will make sure that you learn how to do it. But on my trade calls, when I make calls on here, for example, uh, which I will also cover, yesterday, September 26th, I made a trade call on the NAS 100, which is a CFD, which is a spot instrument, which is similar to the NASDAQ. It went for 1,000 pips or ticks, 1,000. 1,000, and I will show you how we did it. I have a video, and I record my session, so I will show you. I'll be able to do that. So how to manage these? Also, if you're not having a mentor that can help you during the process and give you some good and fantastic trade calls on a daily basis, then this is for you. Learn about our 2-week free trial. We in the website. If you go to the website here, we have 2-week free trial. I'm having training course with Sierra Chart, but I don't understand. Well, stay in touch with me. We will talk if you want, because I do this on a daily basis. And on my website, talking about not understanding Sierra Chart, if you go to education, Asil, if you go to the education, scroll, just watch the top videos, because it's first a part of the education section called Fast Track Sierra Chart Tricks and Advantages. These are some tricks, some quick setups that will teach you how to manage or how to put Sierra charts together. And then I have education. This is on the second tab. If you see first tab, second tab, okay? Furthermore, Asil, if somebody joins us, as soon as I get your ID, your Sierra chart ID, I can give you, as a member, I can give you all my chart books. So you don't have to struggle with setting up. Like, for example, you will have the gold, NASDAQ, the euro, yen, everything set up like mine. And then with time, you will learn it, okay? So when we go to the website, you have the 2-week trial. If anybody wants a free 2-week trial, just go over this, download Sierra chart. They give you 2 weeks as well. Then from their side, right? I will give you 2 weeks of all my indicators, all my charts, and 2 weeks in the room, live room, where you can understand and learn and ask questions. Okay, but it's everything is laid out here. The software, the indicators, templates ready to go, access live trading room, and access Telegram as well. Just watch this video and then watch this video, and it will help you. Any questions so far? So that is about our 2-week trial. Now, if anybody does not want to go through getting a software or getting trial or downloading, in our services and pricing, we have an offer for just trade calls. You can get my trades, my swing trades, and they are not every day. Sometimes you will have a couple of trades, sometimes you will have nothing, but these are very big trades. Okay. So that how to place trades, it's also on the videos I showed you. If you can send me emails, we will also, I can show you which videos to watch. Okay. And by the way, if you don't want to use Sierra chart as a platform, this is Sierra chart as a platform, you can use it to look at the markets. You can always use your MT4. MT4, for example, MT4, it's right here. You can use it. If you have an MT4 platform, you can take trades on your MT4 platform or any other platform that you have, okay? Oh, site forbidden, not secured. I will have to work on it. This is my site. Just go click accept and it will take you through it. If you go to the website, I'm sorry, yes, and there is, I have to deal with this on this computer. I don't know why. But then if you click continue, it will continue. It will let you in it. Okay, if you have an issue, let me know. Okay, I will deal with it. No worries. Anybody else has that issue? Site forbidden, not acceptable. And what is the message that given you? Not safe. All right, I will deal with it. I'll deal with it, not to worry. Okay, so now moving forward, let's talk about the main indicators before putting the whole picture together. I will talk about indicators and then we will put the whole picture together. Okay, this trading methodology helped me tremendously and helped hundreds of my followers with their trading. It also keeps the anxiety level keeps the anxiety level down, because with volume you are no longer guessing. Your connection not, yes, I will look into it. Thank you so much. Yes, I will look into it. Thank you. First one, which is our main indicator, volume profile study for Sierra chart. Look at let's look at gold, and let's look at the, I have 120-minute chart and I have weekly. Okay. Volume profile is an amazing indicator showing you where the market. Okay, I will. Thank you. Yes, I got it. I got your message. I will save it. Thank you so much. Volume profile indicator. It is a very important indicator. Now I will show you how. Let's start with this. I had to save that message about the website. Okay. Watch how if let's do it with the 120-minute chart, the 2-hour chart. Let's assume that you are looking at 2-hour candle. This is a 2-hour candlestick. Let's start with this. If you look at the candle itself without any volume profile beside it, you will not understand anything about, other than this is the high, this is the low, and this is the open, this is the close, right? But let's put volume profile beside it. You would notice that this area had the most volume, which is in red, followed by a decent volume in green, followed by very low volume, which is blue or gray, and then followed with decent volume, same as the top. So technically, there was a move that that happened like this here, for example, and then came down, and here there was rejection, covered it, rejection. So it moves in a way that it will give you a roadmap into what the market wants to do. The moves, what are they? How do they work? Is this enough for me to make a decision? No, I have to bring more data in so I can have an idea of where the entire market is going. So let's bring more data in. Let's bring more candles in. And you see the volume profile now is covering, so it's easy. It's really easy to manipulate. You can just make it smaller and more visible, sharpen the edge. You can also, you see the edges, how I am making them smooth. And let's look at how the market behaved here. If I keep doing this with this, if I move forward, notice how the price is going up into these areas. Can everybody see this clearly? See how these edges between the high volume to the low volume and the connection between the edges is preventing the market or the price to go further, and then this rejecting here. You see that? And how the volume is increasing. You see that? This is something that with time you will understand. It's not evident yet, but with time we will understand it. The best way to understand this is think about it this way, and I will also give you an example. Anything that is similar, let me change the color of this pen. Anything that's similar in color and texture, it's called continuation zone. So this is the green, continuation zone. This is the blue, continuation zone. Green, continuation zone, for example. Red, continuation zone. But they are all different. In between of these levels, there are things we call them rejection zones, right? Same thing here, continuation, and here, this area here is rejection. Okay, so let me bring it up and explain it to you. Let's say you have a market is going up. Okay, when the market is going up and or previously was coming down, it had created levels, and these levels are continuation, 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 and this is C, continuation, continuation, separated with levels called rejection. So technically, if I want to go short, I have to wait for the top of this area because it's rejection here for me to go short. You're following this? Imagine if you have other indicators that you are trading. Some of you using maybe Fibonacci, some of you using other indicators. But imagine if you have a short in this area and the volume profile is telling you also it's a rejection here. That's a confirmation. So you take it and you don't know your profit target yet. Imagine if you are in a continuation zone. What does it tell you? This tells you it might come back down all the way to the bottom of the area. You see this? This is your target. So this is how you deal with volume profile. It's essential, it's a roadmap, and it's not something technical. This is not a technical indicator, and this is not something random. This is built with volume, markets volume. So volume is dictating this whole thing, okay? And let me move forward here. We'll explain this. Let me show you, first of all, if you right click and look at the studies, it's called TTI volume profile, trading technologies volume profile. And you know the colors, everything is here set up. You can play with the colors as you want, up to you. But it is part of the package that you will receive as a member or even as a trial member, okay? And then see how the market rejected here a few times? Do you see the benefits of knowing where the rejection is? 1, 2, 3 times, all in the rejection zone. You see this? Make it clear. All in the rejection zone. Okay. By the way, this is not trading yet because this is how we anticipate the market. Anticipate. We are anticipating the moves. When the market comes here, you are anticipating a rejection. You're not taking the trade yet because you have other indicators to confirm. Okay. So we're anticipating a move. Look at that. You see that? Just trying to make sure that everybody sees this as we go. You notice how it was rejected from this level up and then came back to the next level, because here, just give you an example. There's a rejection here and there's a rejection here. And in between, the market moves fast because it's a low volume area. Okay? And you see how the market. So you get the point how we trade and how we look at. And I will show you yesterday's trading video that did go for about 1,000 pips or ticks. Okay? Any questions on this so far? Next study is SAL indicator. And there was a reason why I wanted to use my main computer. SAL indicator is important. How many of us here trade just Forex and CFDs? Thank you. Thank you. Excellent. Excellent. Okay. Futures. Okay. Okay. So SAL indicator, which is substantial attraction level, I used it for, I'm sorry, previous. Let's look at substantial attraction levels or Simon's attraction levels. Let's look at that indicator. Watch this level here. You see the magenta line? There's a magenta line right here on the gold. Do you notice how the market rejected it or bumped from it just now? The charts are off now because the market is closed. But you notice how this magenta line, if I right click here, settings, studies, substantial attraction levels, I use one level for the CFDs and for Forex. For futures, I use multiple levels. Okay, this is where, this is a very simple indicator, but it's very important. If I have, yes, practicing is important. There's a question, this needs much time and practice. Yes, to understanding and be able to make successful winning trades. Yes, this is kind of I noticed a lot of people thinking about it as a high-end education. But again, I've been doing this for 20 years. I noticed technical indicators and typical indicators in the market. They really don't work because I had them all. I tried them all. Volume profile is key to knowing. What is a CFD? Oh, CFD, imagine, I'll just explain it quickly. Imagine you have a NASDAQ in the futures market. What is the equivalent for the NASDAQ in the spot market? It's a CFD, NAS 100. It's the same as the NASDAQ, similar to pound. You have the pound in the futures market, correct? And the spot market is pound US. Pound US. It's the same one, but it's traded in different markets. So I'm introducing this as it has benefits, of course. CFDs like spot market, it does not expire, it does not roll over. So it's good for keeping long-term trades. The only people cannot trade CFDs are people from the United States. It's available anywhere else in the world. In England, they call it spread betting. Spread betting is exactly as the CFD, same thing. We have gold in the futures market, and we have XAU USD in the spot market. It's similar to the spot market. So any Forex trader around the world can provide you with CFDs as well. Okay? So going back to the SAL indicator. So imagine, hold on, imagine if you have a short trade, and then all of a sudden there is an attraction level here, a big volume level showed up here that you don't see unless you have market depth that's historical market depth, not around the price. I'm talking about away from the price. So this automatically, what this will do, it will magnetize the market too. So you know this will be your target, right? So you know there's a level here for the target, which can also, after it's taken, it could turn to a rejection. See, they are rejection, so it could turn to a rejection zone up. Okay, so this is kind of a very advanced way to see where the market makers are putting their levels. For example, this gold level has been sitting here for a while, and I was expecting the gold to come back down to it for a while, and it came back to it, down to it. So substantial attraction levels will give you, in case of futures trading, it will give you up to 50 levels. If I go right click here and go to studies, for futures, unfortunately my other side, my other computer is not, it's still trying to accumulate the charts together. It's just slow. Other than that, I would have shown you the futures. With the futures market, you can get up to 50. My trainer also said the same thing about technical indicators. He said they don't work, and you have. Yes, yeah. I mean, they listen. I will show you a way they can work. So with futures market, you can get up to 50. These 50, they will be all over. They will be all over the place, and you can use them as targets and what do you call it? Support and resistance. Okay. The way the volume profile work and these indicators work is very simple. Let's assume, and this is answering the technical indicators question. The market has gone down after and it's going back up. You're looking for a short, right? And for some reason, I'm sorry, you're looking for a long because there's an uptrend. There's an uptrend here, right? It's an uptrend. You're looking for a long. Some of you will let's say you're doing Fibonacci levels. Some of you will say, okay, I have a long here, level 1, level 2, level 3. The market comes back down to level 1. You take a trade long, let's say you get stopped out, and then it comes back down to 50% retracement. This is your 50% retracement, for example. You take it long again, it again stops you out, but it starts going up. You say, oh no, it's going to go up. It's honoring 50%. It goes up here, you take a trade long, it comes back down again and stops you out. And then from here it goes up. Now, you would say, what happened? I was trained that these Fibonacci levels will hold. Sometimes they hold because they are in the right place. But volume profile dictates this whole thing. If you had volume profile showing you that there was a rejection here, this was a continuation zone, and this was another continuation zone, automatically you would have known that since this is a rejection zone, you would have not taken the trade here because this is inside a continuation, right? You would have not taken the trade here. You would have not taken the trade here because it's still in the continuation. You would have taken it here. Number one, because it's inside the continuation, there's a rejection. Make sense? And imagine in the rejection area, you had other indicators that we will talk about for confirmation. Does this make sense, folks? Now, the only thing that people don't know is, where do I put my stop loss? Is the stop loss going to be here, red, or it's going to be blue? My stop loss will be blue. So instead of doing a 30 tick stop, my stop loss is only 15 ticks. Why is it blue? Simply because if we continue down here and the blue is taken, the red will be taken too, because we are in a continuation zone. Does this make sense, folks? So if I can avoid losing 30 ticks by doing only 15 ticks risk, why not? That is, I did some math about that. If you're like a regular account trader, you're saving like $30,000 to $40,000 a year, just by saving your stop loss, but just by knowing where your stop loss is. Okay. I wish I have my other side, my future side, so I can show you how powerful the SAL indicator is. Next indicator is power lines. Power lines. These are not trend lines, these are power lines. Let's go to the chart. Let's go to NASDAQ. Do you see those power lines? This green and red? If you right click, you go to studies, you go to power lines. What I'm doing in this, my setting, I'm seeing 500 candlesticks back. So this indicator is reading 500 candlesticks back, and breach tick is 20. I'll explain this. So I'm looking at 500 candles back. That, you know that. So I don't have to go historically all the way back to 10 years ago. I'm looking at this area only, which is important to me. And what happens is that every time you have a candle, and let's talk about the bullish ones, or the green lines, a candle that followed by two or more lower lows on each side, that will give you a fractal. And of course, I also embedded the tape, which is a bid and ask ladder in it. It's a complicated thing, but it's an indicator that developed. That will give you a point. And then if you have another candle that has two lows or more on each side, that will give you also a point. And that will connect these points. And this point will become like a trend line. So far, so good. And if this trend line, it's a power line. Let's not call it trend line. It's a power line. And if this trend line, this is, let's say, a line, a green line, right? And the candlestick, there would be a candlestick that will go through it here and closes 20 ticks above it, it will erase it because it's no longer valid. Okay? It will erase it. Same thing with the red ones. So basically, the movement in the past that happens, up and down, up and down, up and down, it gives you a level where it helps you confirming the trades. I'll give you an example. Very good example. Let's look at the NASDAQ or NAS 100. This is the NASDAQ or NAS 100. From the education regarding, earlier education I gave you regarding volume profile, what do you see here? Don't you see there's a rejection here? You remember we talked about continuation, and then in between there's rejection, R. So far, so good. We talked about this, right? Imagine if I have another indicator tells me there is really a good rejection combining whatever I see on volume profile. So this is volume profile, and this is the level I'm talking about right here. So let's move forward. Do you see the three bearish power lines? You folks can see these lines. They are thin, but you see them, right? Of course, you can play with the settings. You can always make them bigger. right? You can always do that, but I'm not going to do it now. Yes, a lot of line, but there is, you can change it. There's a lot of lines because you can change it according to what you like. This is a small chart, but these lines are important for me on the small chart. Why? Small chart like 987 tick chart. Why? Because this is confirmation. This is what tells me the entry is here. You get it? I want to keep it tight. I want to keep my entries tight. If I look at a 120-minute chart, do you see a lot of lines here? No. So basically, what I'm doing, I'm looking at a trend or a level on the big chart, right? The line signifying major support and resistance and breakouts. Very straightforward. Like imagine thinking about a trend line, but this is much more powerful, right? So I'm looking at the chart on the 120-minute chart. When I have a level that I want to trade, I will switch to my small chart, 987, to confirm the trade. So if I have a level here, see how the power lines are giving me that good level of entry. See the intersection, and then there it goes down. See that? So this is an added bonus. The system, if you are not used to volume profile or volume trading or looking at volume, this system could be a little bit complicated. Therefore, it will need a jump start. You will need to get in. You will need to learn. Luckily, I made it affordable. Okay. And then looking for a short. There it goes. Continues. Okay. So that's another indicator that we have. I don't understand how the level is diagonal. You mean this one here? This level here. This was a level that I was mentioning. Imagine this is a top of the area. Remember the boxes we talked about? Okay, so that was a level. Okay, watch this. Watch this. You see how these power lines, how they are intersecting here. Do you see 111.280 area? You see it? You see it? How there is intersection there? This signifies a huge resistance. If it's green, if it's a green line, it indicates resistance. Now, this might not be tradable for me because I don't like small trades. I like bigger trades, especially if it touched before in the area. But look how look how it behaves. It touches it and bounces down immediately. See that? You see that? And then it breaks it higher, and then it comes back down. So, and look at the red one. Do you see the red line here, folks? Do you see it? You see how the market touches it? Not only touches it, but look where it is. What is this in my previous explanation? What is this area? This is the bottom of the box. Remember continuation and then rejection? Look what do I have to confirm it. See that? It bounced from it. I'm just showing you the move as example. Some of these moves are not tradable. They're fast. I'm not a scalper. I mean, I used to be. I teach you how to scalp, but I don't do scalping. I do swing trades, right? So it is important to have the right equipment, the right indicators, and the right knowledge. Let's stop at this for now because I have another indicator called DRL, another indicator, and I have a few more indicators. But let me show you. Let me go over something very important. Just give me a second. Take a sip of water. Excellent. He says I'm starting to get it. You are very versed and good teacher. Thank you, Smart. Thanks, Lost. And says I'm starting to getting it. Okay, I'm glad. It is complicated, folks, if you don't dig deep and look at it, right? Now let's stop at these three indicators that I talked about so far. Let's go to something very interesting. This is a video from yesterday's trade call. We can all see it, correct? This is a video from yesterday's trading. There was no live room yesterday. I was giving signals on Telegram. This was yesterday. So yesterday, I am basically giving my students a signal that we have a short. This is a video, as you see, as I told you. What do you see here? From the previous half hour explaining the support and resistance on volume profile. What is this here? What is this area? You see it? Do we all see this area? Rejection. Bravo. So this is rejection. Now, with rejection, what am I looking for? I'm looking for confirmation and a good entry. Why? Do you see my target? From the previous teaching I showed you in the last half hour, what is this? This is attraction. This is substantial attraction level. So I'm looking for, this is a massive move, by the way. This is not a small move. This is on a daily chart, and I'm looking at about 1,000 to 1,200 ticks move or pips, right? Let's move forward. And I'm moving forward. Told my members I'm looking for a short. Stops remain the same. Folks, stop loss. Remember I told you about knowing the stop loss when I put them on the, where is it? When we talked about this, I said my stop loss is here. So I know my stop loss. This is now the opposite. I'm looking for a short. So my stop loss remains the same. You read this, right? This is part of what I was trying to teach you today. At 11480, do you see how small the stop loss is? I'm looking for 1,000 tick. My stop loss is just a few ticks. This is the stop loss. And this is the level that hit with confirmation. You see this? There's another indicator that I'll talk to you about called DRL, dynamic reversal level. So far, so good. And then I'm typing the entry to everybody. This is on the CFD part. For those who trade futures, it's the same move, but the price is a little bit different, and I will explain to you. I'll show you. Because I have students, most of them trade futures. Yesterday I was doing Forex and CFDs for new members, trying to teach them. Okay, so I'm looking, this is my chart. I'm ready to go short, right? I'm ready. This is, this is what I'm trying to do now. Now this is 987 tick chart. Remember I told you about 987 tick chart. I use it for confirmation. On the 987 tick chart, there's a view that I have to be worried about. What is the view? You see this area and you see this area, correct? In between there's rejection. Folks, this is scientific. So what am I doing? I'm waiting for this rejection area to break. Hold on. So I'm waiting for this, oh, come on. I'm waiting for this rejection area to break. Why am I having this? I'm not having an arrow. I'm waiting for this rejection area to break because this area is bullish and this is support now on a small chart. Do you folks understand what I'm saying? On a small scale, this area is support. So I'm moving. I'm telling everybody that we have to break this level and then I will call a short. See, I said, this is my view now. You see how this area turned to a rejection? You folks see it clearly, right? So now I'm waiting for this small chart. A short-term chart, which is 987 tick chart, has created a small support level. So below it, we will go short. And then it goes below it. Let me just go like this. Okay. It still did not go below it. It's still rejecting, taking a snapshot for members, telling them what to look for. And then now we're breaking it. Broke. Okay. Some of you said they trade um, uh, 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 futures, correct? For those who trade futures, one of my members, Hermes, shorted Nasdaq NQ at what price? Can you folks remember this price? 538. Remember this price, 538. 538. So that is futures pricing. CFD is a little bit pricing, it's a little bit different, but it's the same trade, 538. So I'm calling it short. I took the short. There's the short, 3 contracts. Now the way we trade is this, folks. 3 contracts. You following this? 3 contracts trading. Target 1 is on 2 contracts. Target 1 is on 2 contracts. And then once we make target 1, let's say we made 30 ticks on target 1, 30 ticks on target 1. On times 2, that is 60 ticks. So we made 60 ticks or pips, which means our runner, even if it gets stopped out, after taking 60 ticks, it's still safe. So now you have a free runner. Psychologically speaking, folks, that is the best way of keeping a big move, keeping a runner in your favor. That's how I'm comfortable, right? So it goes down, it goes down, it goes down. That's it, first target achieved, it goes down. We take first target, okay, and then continues down, It was hesitant at the beginning, it continues down. I'm telling my members to watch for these. Remember we talked about the power lines? See these power lines? 2 power lines, green ones. What are they doing? They're holding the trend, right? They're holding the trend against you, but it's a massive down. So we continue. I told everybody to watch out. I told them if they have not taken first target to take it at this line. Why this line? If you have been following the beginning of the first half hour of this webinar, you know this line here is a rejection, minor rejection that could give you a hard time. So that would be your first target if you have not taken first target. First target alone was about maybe around 100 ticks or so, right? There it is. There it is. You see that? And it breaks it. It hesitates, it breaks it. Now I'm continuing down. I'm holding the short. Oops, too fast. Too fast. Too fast. Sorry, I lost my mouse. And going back from the beginning. Sorry about this. There is not a lot of volume at the same some of these rejection. Exactly. You notice that. So when there's no volume, the market hates it. It's either going to reject or cover it fast. Okay, so you have to be aware of these levels. This is the beauty of having volume profile. You will see these levels in front of you. What do we have? Tech issue? Folks, do we have a technical issue? Oh, we're good. We should be good. You got it. Yes, exactly. Exactly. So these levels will give you support. And you see how beautiful they are? But I'm looking for that massive down, continuing down, continuing down, continuing down. We got first target. By the way, this is not 58 ticks. This is 58 points. So times 4, all right? Because these are points. And I will show you what we did in the, and then it continues down, further down, further down, further down, 130 points, 150 points, 200 points. But for those who are trading futures, this is a video. So this is futures. This is NASDAQ futures contract. Just to show you, I called it in the futures too. Remember 538? One of my students called it. He said, I took it at 538. You see the top 538 right here. This was the top. He took it on the future side, right? And this was about 780 ticks so far holding. This goes for 1,000 ticks, right? And there it goes. Exactly. You remember. So that was the top 538. He took it from there, where I called it on the NASDAQ uh, uh, CFDs. Okay? Any questions on this? Excellent. We're good so far, folks? Any questions so far? Um, everybody can see. I mean, you can control the size from your end. Not sure how to interpret the volume levels. It's not easy. I have to show you. I have to explain. You have to practice. This is not something easy. It's not common for a lot of traders outside of the volume profile traders. So it takes practice, but it's a lifesaver. It's very important. And if you see the screen small, you can control it, by the way, from your control panel. Okay. Another indicator is DRL, dynamic reversal level. Let's choose a chart and see dynamic reversal levels. This is a NAS 100, Euro, Yen. Easier, of course, it's easier said than done because it takes practice. I've been doing this for many years. Now, that's a good comment. It says easier said than done. Trading is not easy, folks. It's one of the most difficult businesses that you can get yourself into. It's emotional, and there's a lot of emotions flowing. But if you have the right environment, if you have the right mentor, the right equipment, it becomes easier. Oh, go talking about go-to. I don't know. It looks to me. Anybody else has issues with seeing the presentation clearly? Okay, no issues. Okay, no issues. No issues. Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. You can't see it. Looks good. Looks good. Excellent. All right. So let's talk about dynamic reversal levels. Very good. Thank you. Dynamic reversal levels. You see this one here, for example, the blue line, 140 minute chart. You see this one here says 240-minute chart, 240-minute line. This one here, 100. So there is a number of built-in candlesticks inside this indicator. Okay. Studies, DRL. and everyone has a color: 30 minute, 15 minute, 45 minutes, 60 minutes. So all these are embedded inside. This is how it works. In the past, I searched for 6 most powerful rejection indicators. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You call them whatever you want to call them. I decided to have if 3 of them or more, could be any 3 of them or more, if they line up in the same area, I need a line to show up. Now this line, for example, this line, 120-minute chart, that is 2-hour chart. It changes every 2 hours because the next 2-hour bar, it's a different bar. So you see it shifting. Sometimes you will see these levels change. For example, the 15-minute chart, 15-minute bar, which is right here. 15 minutes is right here. You see this one? It will change every 15 minutes. So this will indicate support and resistance as you see them. And if you see them like this, lines, fresh lines, it means they have not been tested yet. They are new. But once they get tested, it means they change to dashed lines. It means they've been tested. They're still valid, but they are tested. And here's an example from yesterday's trade I showed you, right? If I go like this, first thing, you see this yesterday's trade, the short that I called. If you look at exactly where the short started, there was a 240-minute chart, candle rejection line that turned to dotted lines. It means it's been tested, touched. Meanwhile, you see the bottom ones, 15 minutes, and all of them have not been touched, and they created that kind of attraction towards my short. Okay, so that's another indicator that is very powerful. Any questions so far? Another indicator that we have called reversal signals. It's a very basic indicator. I don't use it for trading. I use it for final confirmations only, which means, what do I mean by final confirmations? Which means I have to have a short from the volume profile level. For example, I have to have a DRL or power line lined up, and then it will be nice to see this arrow popping up to give me that visual. You see? So that's an arrow. It's a very basic indicator. And finally, we have another indicator, final indicator called here. Let me go back to it. Called voice alert. Voice alert. Everything is designed by me, by us, and it's my strategy, my methodology, and my indicators. And once you get to download Sierra chart, you will get everything. I can send you everything, so you can just put them on your chart and go. Let me explain this last indicator, and then we can basically talk about how to get Sierra chart, what is available, what's not. Okay. There's an indicator that I have, which I love. Why? Look at how many, for example, how many instruments I'm looking at. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's say I'm looking at 10 different instruments, right? And each instrument, for example, US oil, which is the crude, it has levels. For example, I have a level on crude right now. If I want to short it, sorry about this. Level on crude, I'm looking at 1-day profile, level on crude. Let's say I have a level here. By the way, this is my target on crude, 73 area. But let's say I have a level here, for example, to short the crude. Let's say. Example. Now the crude comes to it, but I am not looking at the crude. I am looking at SPX 500, right? So what do I do? As soon as the crude touches that level, I can hear it in my ear. It will tell me crude. It's simple. You right click, studies, alert, and just put here CL or crude, and it will read it for you. And not only it will read it for you, every time you put that line, it will read crude for you. It will also print on all the charts that belong to the crude section, to the US oil or crude group. You see it the same level here on a 15-minute chart. You see this one here, 80. One day, 80. Daily, it's at 80. It's the same line. It will group them all together. Member saying go to meeting and sabotaging my presentation because you see it's small. I'm sorry, I don't know what to say. Nobody else has the issue. Everybody sees it. I'm looking at my own presentation on the side, and I see it clearly. Really, I don't know what to say. I'm sorry. You know what? Touch base with me. I might give you access, maybe free, and you can take a look at what we do, please. And I will fix my website. But if anybody wants to get in touch with me, if you don't have the website because for some reason, right? For some reason, it is what do you call it? Some people cannot open the website. I don't know why. Let me just give you my email address. Give me a second. And if you're available, you can give it to everybody. This is my email address. Please email me. I'll give it to everybody.
Sure, will do.
And I will also give it to you, Anna. If you have any issues with this presentation, if you didn't see it, please, do me a favor, ask me. Yeah, I agree with you. But so far, so good. And if you're missing out, don't worry. I'll maybe I can share the presentation with you, a video. But please stay in touch with me. So far, I hope everybody's doing okay, understanding what we're doing. Let's go to the website. Let's look into the website. Let's go to the services that I'm offering. The first one, the main one, is $2,500 for the first year, but you will get Sierra charts for free. So if you download Sierra chart, which is available on the website, you can also see it. You will get it for free. You will get the Sierra chart for free, and you can get the data feed for free. The Forex and CFDs data feed for free. You can practice for the first year. $2,500 for the first year. Actually, $2,150 basically, because I'm giving you back $350. You will have the indicators, you will have the training, you will have the education, you'll have the Telegram access, all the channels. You see, I have indexes, I have 155 members. Elite channel has all my members there. They can chit chat. Okay. Metals, I have 132. So you can have all these channels available to you. You can get them. Also, when I say first year, if you decide you're busy, you leave us, you go somewhere and come back, you keeping everything other than the live room, because we have a live room 3 days a week. That's the only thing that you will lose after 1 year if you don't want to renew. And the renewal is only $250 a year just to maintain your services. You understand that, folks? It's very simple, very straightforward. $2,500. However, it comes with a trial. You have to first try us out, and the trial button is right on the first page. Let's talk about the second option. Somebody say, okay, I don't want to deal with this. I just want to get your signals, your market analysis, and your swing trades. It's $175 a month. It starts with $30 for the 2 weeks. So first 2 weeks you get in, $30 you pay, and then it continues with $175 after that. Okay? For the trial, I encourage you to look into it. 2-week trial. You look at the 2-week trial, and everything is laid out for you. The software, how to get it, and if you scroll down, it tells you. Because Sierra Chart as an entity will give you 2 weeks or 15-day trial. Okay. Sierra Chart is a chart that I'm using. That doesn't mean that I work for them. I don't work for them. The only relationship we have is that I'm using their services, their Sierra Chart. And I built my indicators because of what they have a superior chart. I built it with them. In the past, I used to use NinjaTrader and other ones, but then in the past 10 years, I switched to Sierra Chart. So they give you 2-week trial. Just watch the video to tell you the process of how to do it, okay? It's very simple, very easy. And I will work on this security thing. Try and maybe open it in a different browser if you can, or different computer. Maybe if somebody of you cannot open it, maybe it's something is blocking it, but I will work on it, okay? Any questions? The essence of the methodology, folks, is anticipate, confirm, execute. Full comprehensive education. Let me show you what do we have for education, by the way. I forgot. You go to the website. Once you become a member, you log in. And then there's a list of ACE. Yes, anticipate, confirm, execute. Thank you. Yes. It says ACE. I love it. Anticipate, confirm, execute. So we anticipate the market, we confirm, and then we execute. I showed you that in details. Hopefully, we benefited from that. And this is the members area. You get 21 lessons, and I just added a new one yesterday. It will be available by tomorrow, maybe. We have all these 2 levels. These 2 levels are for free, available on the website, by the way. Level 1 and level 2. If you go to the website, this is the actual website. If you scroll up, you go to education. And if you look at the education, level 1 is fast track for Sierra charts and tricks and advantages. And then you have section 2, actual education. This education here itself, it's not available for free. I don't think anybody will offer you this for free. I'm offering it for free because we have much more advanced education for full members, okay? So with that, folks, I will end my presentation. It's 5:08 in the afternoon or in the evening here. I missed my soccer game. I was planning to watch Portugal versus Spain, but unfortunately I missed it. I was preparing for this. Other than that, I'm planning to enjoy the rest of the evening with my family. It's a bit chilly outside, so no going out. I'll probably jump on the bike and do indoor biking. Thanks, member. Appreciate it. It says, Simon, you're all class. Appreciate it very much. Thank you. Any questions, folks? I appreciate your time. Anna, thank you so much. Any questions, please email me. That's my email again to everybody. Okay, Simon at sierrachartindicators.com. I will be very happy to hear from everybody. Thanks again. All the best, and bye for now.